we consume every day can affect our health more than we realize.
Clear information on packages about what's in our food can help us have a healthy diet. From the Food Policy Coalition Kenya.
Good evening and welcome to the Legends edition. Tonight, the government moves to calm fears over Ebola in the country with heightened surveillance and tightened screening measures at all border entry points. And in sports, Africa's fastest man, Ferdinando Manyala, is back in blazing storm at the German Diamond League. Stay tuned for all that coming up in our bulletin tonight. But here is a look at the highlights.
Ardhi yenu ambaye kidogo ilikuwa na matatizo, sasa nitatafuta na nitatuma surveyors wengine wakuje wapime shamba ya kila mtu, tuwapatie title deeds.
Historical land injustices. President William Ruto vows to ensure the long-standing issue of land disputes at the coast is resolved once and for all.
In this budget, I confirm that we have factored in money for promotions. Initially, the target was 25,000 teachers. You informed the president the number was not enough, and the government now will be promoting 50,000 teachers.
Giving assurance to the teachers, Deputy President Kithure Kindiki assures teachers that the government is working to ensure they operate in a conducive environment. And in sports, Kenya Lionesses mailed the Ugandan Cranes in their opening match of the Rugby Africa Women's Cup Performance Division at the RFUEA grounds in Nairobi. A warm welcome. My name is Yambo, and of course on the sign language is Byron Abuli. Let's kick off the Legends edition, where President William Ruto has vowed to ensure the long-standing issue of land disputes at the coast is resolved once and for all. The president said the government has set aside a further 5 billion shillings for the surveying of land and issuance of title deeds to squatters in the region. The head of state also sustained his calls on parents to ensure all children are in school.
On his third day of his development tour of the coastal region, President William Ruto pitched camp in the counties of Kwale and Kilifi.
Excellency, to Lunga Lunga TVC Student Accommodation Project.
While in Kwale, he reiterated the government's commitment to resolving the emotive land issue that has plagued the region for decades.
Na nitatuma surveyors wengine wakuje wapime shamba ya kila mtu, tuwapatie title deeds. Tumeweka pesa ya serikali ya kutosha. Niliweka bilioni 5, nimeongeza bilioni 5 ingine, tuhakikishe ya kwamba mambo na matatizo ya uskota katika pwani hii tumalizane nayo.
Kuwekelea jiwe la msingi.
He also laid the foundation stone for the construction of hostels at Lunga Lunga Technical and Vocational College and announced scholarships for 250 students from the area to undertake short courses at the institution.
Wanafunzi 250 watakuja hapa kusoma na mimi nitawalipia. Kwa hivyo wewe mwalimu mkuu, enda tafuta hao wanafunzi.
At Ngadhini Village, he launched the last mile connectivity program, which will see some 3,980 households connected to electricity. In Kilifi County, he laid the foundation stone for ESP Market and flagged off the last mile connectivity machinery in Ganze. President Ruto called on parents to ensure all their children are in school, saying the government had put in place investments to provide a conducive environment for learning.
Mimi nataka kila mtoto aende shule kwa sababu masomo ndio inatuletea usawa.
He used the tour to rally more Kenyans to register with the Social Health Authority.
Wewe mwananchi, kazi yako ni kujisajili, unajiandikisha ndani ya SHA, alafu ndio tutakusaidia kupanga vile kutakuwa na matibabu.
Leaders who accompanied the president defended his development track record, urging the region to back the president's re-election bid.
Ardhi yetu ya Lungalunga Ranch ilikuwa iko imebebwa na mabepari kidogo sana. Mheshimiwa Rais, ulitusaidia. Lungalunga Ranch imerudi kwa wananchi sasa.
Kutoka nchi yetu ijinyakulie uhuru. Hii ndiyo serikali ambayo imeweka wapwani kwa meza ya maamuzi. Hakuna serikali ambayo imemimina miradi ya maendeleo hapo pwani kushinda serikali ya William Samoei Ruto.
Kwa hivyo sisi sasa ni timu moja. Hatufungani magoli, si ndio?
Nancy Okware, Legends Edition.
Deputy President Kithure Kindiki has assured teachers across the country that the government is working to ensure that their welfare is taken care of, speaking at the Kenya Methodist University main campus in Meru during a Thanksgiving ceremony for the newly elected Meru County Branch Kuppet officials. Kindiki said the government is exploring ways to, among others, improve the teachers' medical scheme and absorb the JSS teachers. The union's leadership, who spoke in Kisumu, is however calling for equity rather than equality in the next round of promotion of teachers. Here's Wycliffe Okech with that report.
The government has allocated 1 billion shillings to facilitate the promotion of teachers who have stagnated in the same job group for years, with the long-serving ones set to benefit first.
In this budget, I confirm that we have factored in money for promotions. Initially, the target was 25,000 teachers. You informed the president the number was not enough, and the government now will be promoting 50,000 teachers.
In this regard, Kuppet allied teachers in Kisumu County want the TSC to distribute the promotion opportunities equitably and not equally among counties, arguing that some counties would be disadvantaged owing to the varying teacher numbers in each county.
We want it to be fair. We want equity. We don't want equality, because we have a big number of teachers with us.
The teachers have at the same time sustained calls for the autonomy of the junior secondary school teachers.
Confirmation of interns is top on my list.
They also want the TSC to review the teacher transfer policy to take into account personal circumstances of teachers due for transfers.
The transfer should be done in December, so that does not interfere with our schools. And again, the teachers should be prepared so that they know very well, December it is possible. But here's the case, when it comes anytime, it becomes a bit tricky, more so when they have even their kids already in other schools next to them. So it becomes difficult when you transfer to another area.
They spoke at the homecoming ceremony of the Kuppet Executive Secretary Kisumu Branch, George Osura, who was recently elected into office alongside other officials for a 5-year term. On his part, the Deputy President, Professor Kithure Kindiki, who spoke in Meru during a Kuppet Thanksgiving ceremony, said the government is committed to addressing issues that have been facing the profession to ensure improved standards of education in the country.
Gradually we improve on the packages and perfect the issues around your medical insurance, because a teacher's health is very paramount. If a teacher is not sure of their health, they are not sure that they'll be treated well and in a good hospital. When they fall sick, then you don't have a motivated teacher.
Reporting for Channel 1 from Kisumu County, I am Wycliffe Okech.
And still on matters education, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kipchumba Murkomen has called on leaders, parents and administrators to work together in improving education standards and addressing the growing menace of drug and substance abuse among school-going children in the country. Murkomen has described education as a key equalizer in society, even as he urged politicians in the country to focus on the development of communities and shun divisive politics.
The Interior Cabinet Secretary was in Elgeyo-Marakwet County on Saturday, where he joined learners and the community in marking the 70th anniversary of Sergoit Comprehensive School. Speaking during the commissioning of 10 classrooms at the school, Murkomen asked parents to closely monitor the academic progress of their children.
Tukitaka kusucceed kama county, the first thing ni kwamba wazazi hawa wote, kama vile mmekuja hapa shule, kila mmoja wetu achukue jukumu ya kufuatilia progress ya mtoto wake kama wewe unataka ile mashule zetu zisonge mbele.
He emphasized the need for equitable distribution of teachers across all counties and schools to enhance fairness and improve the quality of education nationwide. He said cases of drug and alcohol abuse affecting schools were on the rise.
Walimu ambao wanajihusisha kuuza bangi na pombe haramu kwa wanafunzi wanafaa kuvutwa kazi na kupelekwa jela. Huyo sio mwalimu, huyo ni mtu muuni ambaye anafaa kuchukuliwa hatua ya kisheria.
And urged teachers to work closely with administrators and security agencies to help enforce the law against individuals supplying drugs and alcohol to students.
Na tuliambia chiefs wetu na ma-OCS na ma-police kwamba jukumu lao ni kuhakikisha kwamba they are enforcing the law, kuhakikisha mtu yoyote mwenye ana distribute bangi, pombe haramu na hiyo yote kwa watoto wetu anashikwa na kupelekwa hatua ya kisheria.
Meanwhile, the CS criticized opposition leaders for lacking what he termed a clear development agenda, lauding the president's efforts in promoting equitable development and service delivery across the country.
William Ruto is on a class of his own. He has a zero competitor. He has a zero person, any other person from the opposition who has any idea on how Kenya should be run. And I have no doubt in my mind that President William Ruto will be re-elected resoundingly because of his policies and the love of Kenya.
Joseph Wahungu for Legends Edition.
Parents and community members around St. Bakhita Siakago Girls High School in Mbeere North, Yambo County have staged protests demanding the removal of the school's chief principal over alleged poor academic performance. The incident escalated on Friday when the agitated parents locked the chief principal's office and shut down access to the administration block.
The hallways were uncharacteristically quiet, deserted. Even the principal's office was shut and secured with a padlock, accompanied by a handwritten note reading, "Closed until further notice." What began as a protest over declining examination performance at St. Bakhita Siakago Girls High School quickly escalated into a dramatic standoff between parents and the school administration. Parents and members of the surrounding community stormed the school, demanding the immediate eviction of the chief principal, whom they accuse of inaction over poor results posted in the school since her transfer earlier this month. The principal is said to have fled the institution after she got wind of the protest. The parents claim the principal lacks the experience required to manage a national school.
It is unfortunate that we've gotten here. It is not political, like it said. We just want whichever place the principal will come from. Whether anatoka Kisumu, anatoka Nakuru, whichever place principal atatoka, tuletoe principal ambaye anaperform.
Vile mwalimu huyu amekuja, standard yake haijafika kiwango ya national. tuletewe mwalimu, hatutaki kujua ni wa kutoka wapi, as long as the performance yake iko sawa. Juu sasa kama tunaweka dada kwa masomo tunataka iwe juu, alafu tunaletewe chini, si ni kuanguziwa standard ya masomo.
Mbeere North Member of Parliament Leonard Wamudende also weighed in, saying he had written to the Teacher Service Commission seeking the principal's removal, but he had yet to receive a response.
I've actually told TSC to look for someone the deputy principal can be acting. In fact, if there is a principal who can achieve a mean above 8, we don't care from where or from who. Let them come and take over this school, but we cannot be having a mean score of 8 and then we get a principal who is averaging around 5.5.
However, the move has drawn sharp criticism from the Kenya Union of Post-Primary Education Teachers Yambo branch, which termed the eviction attempt unlawful and disrespectful to educational procedures.
Jukumu la kuwapeleka walimu, kuwaajiri na kuwahamisha kutoka shule moja hadi nyingine, hilo ni jukumu la tume la usimamizi wa walimu TSC. Na kwa hivyo tunataka kuuliza tume ya TSC iweze kuwalinda maafisa wake.
We are calling the full bond of corporate leadership and teachers so that we can also decide on our way forward.
The union has threatened industrial action next week if the office remains closed and called for immediate reopening and respect for due process. For Legends Edition, I am Teresa Mutai.
Well, and that story by Teresa Mutai brings us to our first break of the Legends Edition. Stay with us if you can.
Wakenya, ni wakati mwingine wa kuhakikisha kuwa umefile KRA returns. Je, uko rada una challenge yoyote? Usiwe na shaka. KRA wakishirikiana na KBC Channel 1 wanakuja hapo ulipo kusaidia kufile returns na kulipia ushuru wako. Jiunge na msafara wa KRA Roadshow, uwe fiti mambo ya returns.
Katika eneo la Mombasa Mei 25, msafara wetu utaanzia Mama Ngina, Likoni Ferry Island, Mwembe Tayari Naivasa, Majengo Stage, Changamwe Shell, Magongo mwisho, kisha tumalizie Miritini.
Tarehe 30 Juni iko mlangoni. Usingoje hadi dakika za mwisho. File KRA returns mapema. Ishi bila stress. Jijue, jibeta. KRA, tulipe ushuru, tujitegemee.
The 5th East Africa Broadcasters Convention will be held on the 26th to 28th of May 2026 at Emara Ole Sereni Hotel, Nairobi. We expect 200 delegates across the region. We are going to discuss a lot of things. The theme for this year's East Africa Convention is Reimagining Next, Artificial Intelligence and Cloud Broadcasting. To register to participate actually in the convention, visit the Association of Professional Broadcasters website, www.apbke.org, and register. The registration fee is 15,000 Kenyan shillings for the 3 days convention. You are most welcome. Let us have conversations, connections, and make decisions that are going to shape the future of broadcasting.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenya.
Wake up with Good Morning Kenya, the morning show that's got it all.
We dive deep into issues shaping our country.
Youth are a voice of a nation.
What is the next step for the young people?
Unpacking political landscape from Monday to Wednesday.
We discuss family matters.
It is very important to guard your relationship.
And for your health.
Someone doesn't wake up and they become an addict. It's in stages.
We've got you covered each and every Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Every Wednesday, it's all about The Viewpoint.
A day in politics is like 1,000 years.
Unpacking the biggest stories of the week, getting you insights and getting you ready for your day.
And the package is not yet done. I get to fix your Thursday with some entertainment. Entertainment Thursday, it is.
Good Morning Kenya.
We shape yote.
Good Morning Kenya, every weekday morning on KBC Channel 1.
Sasa hizi ndio zawadi umeniletea.
Kumbe Mosheo Chwangi alituweka katika pili kama sunde ameandikwa nini? Mkubi ameandika vizuri, tunagawiwa sisi wawili, wewe unaenda kuongeza mwingine.
Umesikia bununu? Tuna trend. Ni kitu gani unanitafuta mimi?
Huyu mama daya ni mchambusito. Ai.
Yes. Milioni 3.
Nilipe pesa zangu.
Wenda hata kama ni kwa chifu.
Utafungwa, goja niende polisi. Ole matope! Ole matope kuja bwana. Huko kimeumana.
Welcome back to the Legends edition. We look at matters health, where Public Health Principal Secretary Mary Muthoni has assured Kenyans that no Ebola case has been reported in the country, even as the government intensifies surveillance and emergency preparedness measures at border entry points following outbreaks reported in neighboring countries. Speaking during the ACK Education Day at Anglican Church of Kenya in Kerugoya, Muthoni said the Ministry of Health has activated strict screening and monitoring systems to shield the country from a possible outbreak. She urged members of the public to remain calm and avoid misinformation, emphasizing that Kenyans should only rely on verified updates issued by the government agencies and health authorities.
Be very consistent that we do not have any confirmed case of Ebola in Kenya as at now. But that does not mean that we put our guns down. It only means that we need to tighten our ports of entry, and that the Ministry of Health, in collaboration with other ministries, we are very keen to ensure that everybody who is coming into the country is screened, whether it is the point of entry from Malaba to Lunga to Northeastern.
To other news now, where opposition leaders led by Wiper Party Kalonzo Musyoka have called for national unity and responsible leadership communication following concerns amid the increasing political tensions in the country. The leaders spoke during the Mwamkompia Peace Initiative event held in Thika and hosted by the Nyayo za Umoja Party in honor of Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka. The Wiper leader was praised for his commitment to peace and national cohesion. Timothy Kipnusu with that story.
During the forum, leaders cautioned UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar over remarks perceived to be divisive, warning that such statements risk fueling ethnic and community tensions at a time when the country needs unity and stability.
Tunajua kuna wengine wanania mbaya tukielekea uchaguzi next year, wanataka kuprofile tena, kuprofile jamii ya wale ambao walipigania uhuru.
Na Mungu amekufanya utoe yaliyo moyoni, kwa sababu wewe ni wale ambao unatuambia pia sisi ni wabara, turudi kwetu. Tunataka kukuambia hakuna mbara atarudi kwao. Kenya ni yetu sote.
The leaders further rallied support for Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka, praising his role in promoting dialogue, peace and national unity.
Tumekuwa na kiongozi hapa, Dr. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, hata ukiketi na yeye, wewe watu wengine watakuambia huyu, unajua huyu ndiye alikuwa the 10th vice president. Kwa sababu yeye kile cheo alikuwa nacho kilikuwa cha kutumikia wananchi.
Elsewhere, the Roots Party of Kenya leader Professor George Wajakoya has hit out at the united opposition leaders for propagating what he termed as divisive politics instead of pushing issue-based politics.
But opposition politics should be centered on people's issues, on the issues of this country. We don't, and we as Roots Party, we shall make it and we shall make a confession. We are not going to be abusive.
Mchukue kura na mkae kwa amani, lakini mjue ya kwamba nyinyi ndio viongozi ambao mnatakiwa kuwa hapo, na hakuna mtu atakupa uongozi kwa sahani.
Speaking in Nairobi during the party's National Delegates Conference, Wajakoya at the same time warned against politics of deceit and hate, saying if the trend continues, it will lead to anarchy.
Hawa ambao tuko nao hapa wanasema wewe Wajakoya tutamtumia kama kiombo ya kupiga makelele. I want to warn those opposition leaders ambao wanataka kugawa hii inji. We need proportional representation ndio tupate Mgiriama, tupate Mtiriki, tupate Mturukana, pia awe president nchi hii. Mambo ya kusema sisi tuko wengi ndio tutatawala forever, that is unacceptable.
Elsewhere, the People Renaissance Movement Party say it has what it takes to win the Olkalau parliamentary seat scheduled for Thursday, 16 July 2026. Speaking after issuing the nomination certificate to Peter Kamau, National Chairperson of Elections Board Karen Moga urged the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission to conduct a free and fair process to ensure the best candidate emerges the winner.
Upon the conclusion of the assessment, the board resolved and nominated Mr. Timothy Kamau Kariuki as the party candidates nominated for the Olkalau by-election.
If you do not deliver 80% of whatever you promised, the IEBC disqualify you from vying future election and will hold you accountable because of lying to the citizens. Leadership must be all about accountability.
So by the time unaona anaingia kwa race is because that is where many young Kenyans are at. And our choice of Timothy is not out of ignorance. It's purely in response to the mood of this country.
We are giving young people the microphone, the platform, and the mandate to lead now. The candidate we unveil today represents a new generation of courageous leadership, educated, energetic, innovative, and deeply connected to the struggles of ordinary mwananchi.
In the meantime, Naivasha lawmaker Jane Kihara has faulted a section of United Democratic Alliance leaders for allegedly propagating tribal politics aimed at sidelining and profiling other communities. Speaking to the press in Naivasha, the outspoken lawmaker accused UDA Secretary General Hassan Omar of funneling the anti-Kikuyu tribal narrative that threatened national cohesion.
He is playing the tribal card because he is angry with the Kikuyus because now they have left him. NCIC, first and foremost, doesn't have commissioners as we talk. And even when they are there, that's a toothless dog.
Timothy Kipnusu for Legends Edition.
ODM leaders allied to the Linda Grant faction have continued to extend an olive branch to dissenting voices in the Orange Party as they seek to consolidate the party's support base in Luo Nyanza around the embattled party leader Oburu Odinga. Speaking in Kisumu County, the leaders, led by Alego Usonga legislator and chair of the Budget Committee, Samuel Atande, called on the community to remain steadfast in the broad-based government. Achola Simon with that report.
The Linda Ground ODM faction continued their charm offensive in Luo Nyanza region ahead of the planned mega rally in Kisumu County on 31st of May. The planned rally comes barely a month after the Linda Mwananchi faction held a successful and well-attended rally in the Lakeside City County, perceived the bedrock of ODM politics.
Our second objective of gathering here today is to unite our people under Dr. Oburu Odinga as the party leader and Gladys Yasonawanga as the chair of the party.
Samuel Atandi, the Alego Usonga legislator and chair for the Budget Committee, rallied the region to remain steadfast in the broad-based government and behind the embattled ODM party leader, Oburu Odinga.
And we want to urge our people in the region that we cannot afford to divide ourselves, because that will mean our political voice will be weakened.
But speaking separately in Machakos County, Siaya Governor James Orengo accused the Oburu Odinga-led ODM faction of literally killing Raila Odinga's dream.
The ODM Asili or Linda Mwananchi has got the soul of the party. We stand with the spirit of Raila Amolo Odinga. What he stood for, what he fought for. Raila didn't want his party to be swallowed by another party.
I want to take this opportunity to extend an olive branch to those leaders. I want to urge you to come and work with us for the interest of our people, for the development of our people.
The Oburu Odinga-led ODM faction is fighting for its life amid growing notion that the Sifuna Babu-led team is more popular and pro-people. Achola Simon, Legends Edition, Kisumu County.
The Jijue Jibeta campaign coastal tour entered its second day in Mombasa on Saturday, targeting eligible taxpayers in the region. Taxpayers in Mwembetari, Marikiti, Tudor, Mombasa Polytechnic and Mamangina waterfront turned up for the sensitization campaign to file their returns ahead of the June 30th deadline. The Jijue Jibeta campaign by KRA and its media partner, the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, encourages the simple and zero cost of filing returns through WhatsApp or a short code. Approximately 1.8 million eligible taxpayers have already filed their returns. And Kenya Broadcasting Corporation's women-centered talk show Dadas has been recognized at the Excellent Women in Business Awards after emerging as the winner in the Best Women Choice TV show category. The program has been featured for championing conversations revolving around women, empowerment, health, entrepreneurship, relationships, and culture.
Hello, fabulous ladies. Welcome to the talk show that's all about sisterhood, empowerment, and unfiltered conversation.
The award-winning Dadas show, which airs every Sunday at 4 p.m. and Wednesdays at 8 p.m. on KBC Channel 1 TV, continues to gain prominence as one of the country's leading platforms for women-led conversations.
You have to have a vision. You are the leaders of Kenya today.
The program, known for its bold and relatable discussions involving women, their success, challenges and resilience, was on Friday honored as the top Women's Choice TV program during the Excellent Women in Business Awards for its contribution in amplifying women's voices.
I want to thank the MD. Our MD is a lady, so the fact that she believes that KBC can carry a women-only talk show and shine with it and win an award. So thank you so much to KBC management for believing in us.
The journey from 2022 has been amazing. It's one of the most eye-opening experiences of my life. It's been a privilege and an honor and something that has been so humbling to interact with so many women and hear all sorts of stories about their journeys, what they do, from entrepreneurs to family women to career women. I mean, the journey has been beautiful. I think it's expanded my horizons tenfold.
For the program's production team, the award is just but the beginning of a journey towards protecting and expanding the space of women in the society.
The mission is very simple. We are here to amplify women's voices. We are here to articulate and address issues affecting women. We are talking from lifestyle to careers to family to health.
The show's producer, Doris Nkatha, was also recognized as the top female TV producer.
Today I've actually also received an award, top female TV producer. Yay! So, to women out there also, believe in yourself. You know, if you have an idea, if you want to pursue something, kindly go for it.
Among other women honored was L&T's company chief executive officer, Rosemary Njuguna, who was recognized for her advocacy for women in leadership and economic growth across the country.
These nominations inspire us to continue growing, innovating, and making a positive impact in the tea packaging industry, while encouraging more women to pursue entrepreneurship and leadership.
John Kahiro for Legends Edition.
Congratulations are in order to Ashiko Mbune, Doris Nkatha, and of course the entire team of the Dadas show. Congratulations and keep on soaring. Now, residents of Manyata and Mathakwa villages in Olkalau constituency have welcomed the government's last mile connectivity program after the PS for the State Department for Energy, Alex Washera, led a team in commissioning electricity connections in the area. Speaking during the exercise, Washera said the government had allocated 1.6 billion shillings to expand electricity connectivity across Nyandarua County. He stated that the funds will help electricity connection to 12,457 households across the county, adding that 204 million shillings from the allocation has specifically been set aside for Olkalau constituency, where 1,752 households are expected to benefit.
Tulikuwa tunatumia sola na jua ikiisha huwezi ona watoto hawakuwa nasoma. In our education watoto walikuwa chini.
Kwa hivyo tunashukuru serikali, tunasema waendelee na mbele na kuwekea watu stima.
Ndio hawa watu wote wapate stima hapa kwetu. Na
cross-border payments in East Africa remain low.
Those unhealthy ultra-processed foods high in sugar, salt or unhealthy fats can lead to diseases.
According to the Ministry of Health, approximately 39% of all deaths in Kenya are as a result of non-communicable diseases such as obesity, diabetes, cancer and high blood pressure. The foods and drinks we consume every day can affect our health more than we realize.
Clear information on packages about what's in our food can help us have a healthy diet. From the Food Policy Coalition Kenya.
Nairobi, your time is now. Masani ya kutoka blog na KBC imeamua lazima uomoke. Tutakuwa tunakaa mtaa yako kukuomosha very fast. Jibu maswali zangu 3 tu. Tuoneka kweli wewe ni true fan wa KBC Channel 1. Na ukizipata 25K ni yako. So make sure una watch KBC Channel 1. Alafu kinicheki kwa streets. Niulize kana kuomosha leo. Omoka na KBC Channel 1. Wanga bad ni mbaya.
In a world where news is ever changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first.
You have to do the impossible
to
make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Lights on, volume up. This is where stories come alive. From local drama that hits close to home.
Huyu ni nani? Alinivamia akiwa na vijana wengine wawili. Toka nje. Hii nyumba yako.
Yote ni porojo. To international series everyone's talking about. Stories that pull you in. Characters you won't forget.
Stop complaining and just get out of here. Go now, go.
We turn up the volume with music that moves, showcases rising stars and bring the beat straight to your living room. And when it's time to talk, we don't hold back.
How is everything going?
Real conversations, big personalities, the issues, the loves, the moment everyone's debating the next day. Every show, every night, different voices, one destination. This is television that feels alive, unpredictable, and missable.
Legends edition continues, where parents in Yambo North Sub-County, Meru County, have been urged by the Director of Education together with the county government to ensure that their school-going children have birth certificates in order to be incorporated in the new education monitoring system and benefit from school capitation funds. These and more stories in our County News Roundup.
Yambo North Sub-County Director of Education, Leah Roiko, urged parents and guardians to submit all required information to school heads to ensure their children are registered in the Ministry of Education system, as the Ministry of Education uses child birth certificate number to guide capitation allocation by the national government.
Mzazi uko na jukumu kubwa sana. Monday, leo hii, anza kutafuta birth certificate ya mtoto wako.
And Kenya remains on high alert over the deadly Ebola virus, with Busia Deputy County Governor Arthur Odera affirming government's efforts to contain any possible spread of the virus in Kenya, as locals at the border town demand sustained vigilance.
Let our people be careful. We may not stop them crossing, but we can educate them so that they stay safe.
Meanwhile, as the world marks this year World Biodiversity Day, 4K Club pupils from Kimwanga RC Primary School in Kimaiti Sub-County, Bungoma County, joined teachers and members of the Kimwanga Parish Fraternity in a tree planting exercise aimed at promoting environmental conservation and restoring biodiversity.
Why it is important to onboard the children is that children learn by seeing. And when they learn from the experts who are the partners, ranging from Kenya Forest Service, and then we are having a 15 billion national target of trees by our president. And for us to achieve this, we need all hands on board.
In Eldoret, the Eldoret Water and Sanitation Company has agreed to reduce the new water tariff after talks with residents led by activist Kipkorir Arap Menjo, following complaints by citizens on 3% increase in water charges, which they say will be further making a dire situation worse as many struggle with the rising cost of living.
We have agreed on the way forward to see to it that they sort out their challenges by not really, hiking the price, but rather tightening the loose ends and seeing to it that some of the investments will be suspended for the time being, so that at least they give the consumers room to, to have some breathing space.
Finally, in Trans Nzoia County, nurses have been advised to upskill to ensure upward mobility in their career journey.
For them, they are welcome, and when they come, they should not forget about the ethics of the nurses. So they should have to perform according to the expectation of the public about the nursing, because we are assisting those who are not able to assist themselves.
Michelle Mudeu for Legends Edition.
A very good evening to you. My name is Daniel Wahome and welcome to Legends Edition Sport. The Kenya Lionesses mauled the Lady Cranes of Uganda 43 points to 10 in their opening match of the Rugby Africa Women's Cup Performance Division at the RFA grounds to stay on track for their title chase.
The team was on a roar with fast tries from Maureen Morito, who was set up by ever-reliable Janet Okello, with Sinaida Nacheo sealing the conversion before Stella Ofula extended the lead.
Manages to burst through that Ugandan line and score under the sticks. First try to Kenya.
Indeed. That's what happens when you have the ball moving faster and you have a backline that can step against the grain. And that, with that extra 2 points from Snyder.
Rising star Frecia Odwor was also on target with a touchdown as Tracy Montex made her debut in style. The Lionesses carried their domination into the second half in the East African Derby with tries from Faith Livoi, Jacinta Musakali and Frecia Odwor, which were converted by Nachio again to seal the sweet victory. Defending champion South Africa had proved they are the team to reckon with in their opening match of the tournament by demolishing Madagascar 62-5. The matches will resume on Wednesday, with Kenya playing Madagascar while South Africa face Uganda.
Now, Africa's fastest man, Ferdinand Omanyala, stormed to victory in the men's 100 meters in the German Diamond League meeting in China, where he clocked a season's best time of 9.94 seconds. The victory saw Omanyala gain his sweet revenge on his close rival, South Africa's Gift Leotlela and USA's Trevon Bromell, who came in second and third positions, respectively. This was his first Diamond League 100 meters win since 2023, when he won in style by being the only contender to run under 10 seconds. World champion Faith Cherotich meanwhile finished third in the women's 3,000 meters steeplechase, which was won by Uganda's Perth Chemutai in a world lead of 8 minutes 51.06 seconds, followed by Winfred Yavi of Bahrain. Dakar Zewoi settled for fourth place in the women's 1,500 meter race that was won by Abby Caldwell of Australia, as Edwin Kurgat finished fifth in the men's 5,000 meters, which was won by Adisu Yihune of Ethiopia in a world lead of 12 minutes 57.32 seconds.
Trayvon Bromell, an absolute flyer out of the blocks. Christian Coleman going well in lane 2 as well. Ferdinand Omanyala trying to stretch away from this field. The Kenyan gets it done, 9.93. I mentioned Omanyala led for 9.
And Athletics Kenya has unveiled a team of 23 athletes who will represent the country at this year's World Under-20 Athletics Championships set for August in Oregon in the United States.
The team, which was selected following a 2-day trials at the Nyayo National Stadium, is a blend of experienced and budding athletes. African champion Cynthia Chepkurui, African Youth Games champion Emmanuel Lemiso, and African bronze medalist Joylin Chepkemoi are among the athletes who were unveiled today for the August 5th to 9th Global Championship in Oregon, USA.
Nashukuru Mungu cho amenisaidia mpaka nimekuwa among the team Kenya, na hii ni the last under 20 yangu kukimbia, so nashukuru Mungu. So nimwambia Mungu anisaidie niende nilete medali smart junior under 20 yangu ya mwisho.
Athletics Kenya named a lean team after the majority of the athletes missed out on the qualification times set by the World Athletics, especially in sprints and middle distances.
We managed to select a team that competed here. Most of those athletes who ran were basically from the schools, and then of course a few of them who are finished and still within the category, the age category that is required, also were invited to come and run. So we did not bring as many as we should have wished, but then as far as the rules and regulations governing this event, we had to follow those restrictions.
Sasa nikirudi kwa camp naenda kukasa speed work, ndio nikienda huko Oregon niende ningangana nilete cold.
AK said the early trials were meant to allow for the time of visa processing, with the selected athletes expected to report to the residential training camp a month before the championship in USA.
And the reason why we pushed back the trials, it was supposed to be in July, is because of the issue of visas. We want to make sure that the athletes that we select will get their visas, and that's why we push back. We will have enough time now to prepare and apply for their visa application, for their visa entry visas. And we had a meeting with U.S. Embassy about 3 weeks ago, and we discussed on how we are going to apply those visas and meet the conditions needed.
Kenya finished 5th at the 2024 edition in Lima, Peru, with 3 gold, 3 silver, and a bronze. At the same time, AK named a team of 20 athletes who will participate in the East African Under-20 Championships to be held in Arusha, Tanzania, between 5th and 6th of next month.
Now, the FKF Premier League returned today, and the Homeboys were aiming to register victory against Kariobangi Sharks in order to climb to 5th place in the FKF Premier League table. After losing 2-1 to FC Leopards in their previous match, Homeboys, who have displayed impressive form this season, will head into the game hoping to return to winning ways. They are currently 6th on the table with 47 points, 21 behind league leaders Gor Mahia, with a clash that was set at the Police Stadium. In other matches, KCB faced Posta Rangers, and the Posta Rangers won by 2-1, while Lindsay Stars took on Mathare United.
They've had a very good run at home. So it was going to be a tough match, but tulikuwa tunajaribu sana. Ona kama tunaweza pata 3 points away so that we minimize the gap between us and wale wako mbele yetu.
Okay, we did get a win. Also, we didn't lose the match. We just picked the positive on this match and build on it. But the race still on. We're still in it. We'll try and do our level best when we play our next match versus Mombasa.
Now, the Kenya Basketball Women's Premier League served up exciting action. My apologies for that. At the National Stadium Indo Arena, with UN Dynamite edging past Safe Spaces 70 points to 65 in a thriller. UN Dynamite got off to a strong start, narrowly taking the opening quarter 16-15. Before the two sides settled for an 11-all draw in the second quarter. The university side maintained their momentum after halftime, winning the third quarter 23-20 to extend their advantage heading into the final period. Despite a spirited fight back from Safe Spaces, UN sealed the victory after claiming the fourth quarter 2019 to complete a 5-point win. In another fixture, the Swish delivered a dominant display to thrash Dream Girls 95-56 in a one-sided encounter. The league action is set to continue tomorrow at the same venue, with teams looking to strengthen their standings as the competition intensifies. And female lightweight boxer Rosemary Ochieng has progressed to the semi-finals of the ongoing competition, where she is Kenya's sole entrant. The German-based Ochieng started her campaign with an impressive 5-0 victory against Koret Veronica from Ukraine in the women's 60 kg quarterfinals to set up a semi-final place against Dutch Maud van der Toorn, scheduled for tomorrow afternoon. The Eindhoven Box Cup has attracted 179 elite boxers from 27 national federations, including the Boxing Federation of Kenya, who only entered Ochieng. Now, the race for top honours in the Kenya Handball League intensified today at the Nyayo National Stadium, with the GSU men's team staging a dramatic comeback to edge Lions 28-27 in an exciting match. Lions dominated the first half and went into the break with a commanding 17-12 lead. However, GSU returned for the second half with renewed energy and determination, overturning the deficit in a tense finish to beat them by a goal to nil and secure a narrow victory of 28-27. Another men's fixture, Kenyatta University defeated Day State University 21-17 after dominating from the onset. Now, Kelvin Mwema was all outstanding in multiple events during the National County Swimming Association Championships, which attracted more than 400 swimmers from 36 clubs at the Kyoto School in Kiambu County.
Mwema produced an outstanding performance in the boys' competitions, finishing second in the 800 meters freestyle open water race behind Jabali Mwagiru, who claimed the first place, while Lord Samuel settled for that place. Mwema would later bounce back in style to win the boys' 1500 meters freestyle open water category, adding another medal to his impressive outing at the championship.
Swimming to me is a God-given opportunity, and it's my life. I started swimming when I was a child, and when you get older and more advanced swimming, you just keep it.
He also secured a podium finish in the 200 meters individual medley after coming in as the third runners-up. In the girls category, Naisula Maina also impressed after clinching victory in the girls 1500 meters open water event.
I'm in the 12-13 age group and I did 200 fly today. It was good. I got first in my age group and I tapped second in my heat.
And it's all systems go as the Samburu County is set to host the 37th edition of the Rhino Charge next week. On the 29th to the 31st of this month, the event is poised to bring together competitors, conservationists and adventure enthusiasts to one of Kenya's most iconic conservation fundraising events. The event, which is organized by the Rhino Arc Charitable Trust Kenya, has attracted a full entry of 65 competitors. The trust has raised more than 2.7 billion shillings since its inception in 1989 to support the protection of Kenya's critical ecosystems and water towers. Kenya Breweries Limited has in the meantime announced the 2.3 million shilling sponsorship towards the event. And, well, that's the sport for tonight. I know all Arsenal fans are waiting for that moment tomorrow evening when they get crowned, but there's lots of sport to talk about. And also in the coming week, remember, we've got to keep up with the Kenya Lionesses. On Wednesday, they're going to be playing against Madagascar in the Rugby Africa Women's Performance Division. That's their second match. And on Sunday, they will be playing against South Africa. So lots to look out for in the coming week. And also remember that World Cup squads are being announced. The final date for, and actually the date on which the World Cup squads are going to be confirmed is going to be the 2nd of June. One day after Madaraka Day. At the moment, the official phrase from FIFA is the squads you have are provisional. In as much as they are final, that's what they are going to say. And also, trying to find out how the Democratic Republic of the Congo is going to manage their squads, because the one conversation that has come is the Ebola crisis will affect people who are based there, and we are talking about the officials. All the players in the squad are based outside of the country. Not a big problem. How did they manage this? Those are some of the stories that we're going to be looking out for in the sports scene. And also, Gor versus Mara Sugar, when will it be played? That's another story we're going to be looking out for in the next few days. My name is Daniel Wahome. Back to Yambo.
Thank you, Daniel Wahome, for this sports update. And so just before we close, let's take this story for you once again, where residents of Manyata and Mathakwa villages in Ol-Kalou constituency have welcomed the government's last mile connectivity program after the PS4. The State Department for Energy, Alex Washira, led a team in commissioning electricity connections in the area. Speaking during the exercise, Washira said the government had allocated 1.6 billion shillings to expand electricity connectivity across Nyandarua County. He stated that the funds will facilitate electricity connection to 12,457 households across the county, adding that 204 million shillings from the allocation has been specifically set aside for Ol-Kalou constituency, where 1,752 households are expected to benefit.
Tulikuwa tunatumia sola na jua ikiisha huwezi ona watoto hawakuwa nasoma in our education, watoto walikuwa chini.
Kwa hivyo tunashukuru serikali, tunasema waendelee na mbele na kuwekea watu stima.
Ndio hawa watu wote wapate stima hapa kwetu, na kuomba na kusihi, tafadhali tunahitaji affirmative action ya stima hapa kwetu.
And that is why the president committed 1.6 billion ya kuwekea nyinyi watu wa Nyandarua stima. Na kwa hiyo 1.6 billion tunawekea watu 12,500 na 12,557 households, ikiwemo 29 ambazo zinawekewa na hii stima.
Well, and that's where we bring the Legends edition to a close tonight. Thank you as always for your time and your company. My name is Yambo, and helping me in the sign language was Byron Abuli. Do have a good night.
My name is Diana Chacha.
My name is Bryce.
We met almost 20 years ago. Both of us were born and bred in Kisumu. Nikabaki Kisumu, tukapoteleana. Do you know his pickup line ilikuwa nini? Ilikuwa? Ati umekuwa mkubwa. Kukakuwa na lockdown, hakuna kutoka.
Au kwa irudi kwako?
I'm telling you, Aki, if my dad watches this interview,
Atajulia hapa.
Atajulia hapa.
Mr. Chacha. There's a story that I saw you posted the other day concerning your son, Jasiri.
Yes.
He's turning 4. He's turning 4.
Yes.
But bado hajakuwa na speech yake. How is that affecting you as a couple?
I have faith that it will, everything will be okay.
Jong has that quality. I think the reason you like him, or once liked him, is because you see that in him.
You've tried harder than me, and been braver. You've done well, comrade.
Me, brave? I'm just reckless. If I don't see a way out, then I make one. But I never thought I'd end up all alone again.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up with all the latest entertainment news and latest celebrity gossip? From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday from 10 p.m. and a rerun every Tuesday from 2 p.m. only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
Wakajuambe tui wakajuamba no yako nukumakelela mune twisto kwikweni kwatwatu kuri kwimba kundemba mutombo kudibana basheta mayenga bani nambu basheta makwabu kachoka dasekile
Chevalier Roga Roga. Voilà, je salue encore Jean-Dominique Okemba Moranzambe Devilando Nyata. Le mystère existe parce qu'il y a des mystérieux. Romy Oyo, DJ Megowan, Mesmer Gonkama Mima, Achille Plantation, Abongi, Yelo Samba Panza. Benoît Tam Tam, Albin Lebanda, Remonti, Chobi c'est Wapisi. Rodrigue Nguesso, Marien Itama Kingo Bamitou. Maître Chile Mbikambongila.